supporting this kind of initiative. We look forward for hearing a very fruitful discussion from everyone today.
Yeah, thank you. Once again, Professor Ali Slaman, our Dean of MJIT. Thanks, Prof. Well, we have about 8 minutes to go. I just want to quickly check. I saw Datuk Zakaria. I can hear his voice. Let's move quickly. Engineer Haji Abdul Rahman.
Ya,
Fandi from
Assalamualaikum.
JKR. Waalaikumsalam, Engineer.
Yep.
Ya, apa khabar hari ni, Engineer?
Baik,
Sibuk di lapangan.
Okay.
Alhamdulillah. Terima kasih dapat bersama. So insyaAllah kita akan ambil gambar sekejap lagi. We are going to take a photos before we start with the presentation. Yeah. So if you can arrange your camera, I think just for the speaker, together with Professor Ali and the rest of the international speaker. Thanks, Engineer, for your time today. I saw Dr. Engineer Dr. Nurlida.
Yes, Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Glad to see you this morning, everybody too.
Good. Yes, I can hear you. Dr. Frederick, are you in? This one.
Yes, Dr. Kamarul, I'm in.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Frederick.
So you can
good
hear
morning.
my voice, right? You can.
Yes, yes. Everything clear, perfect today. I think everyone had a dry run. I think it's perfectly smoothly done, but just a quick check before we start within 6 minutes from now.
Okay. Yeah.
We also welcoming all the participants through Zoom. Maybe some of you already in. Maybe if you know that your friends who are registered but they may miss, you know, the first part. Please remind your friends, your colleague to join the Zoom through the Zoom link. Yeah, and of course we have a Facebook live as well. Yeah, thank you, Dr. Frederick, Dr. Norlida.
Welcome, Dr. Kamarul.
Yes, thank you.
So my sitting is okay because you are saying the shoulders.
Yes. If you can quickly, perfect. Now it's look good. I think we can use that spot for the group photos later on. Engineer Dr. Nolida, thank you. Yeah, I can see you, Engineer Haji Abdul Rahman. Alhamdulillah, still in the office, I believe. I can. We can hear your voice. Cik Roslan pun ada tu orang kuat. Si Casey tak dengar suara ni, Engineer. Gambar nampak handsome hari ni, pagi-pagi Ahad ni. Yeah, so I welcome Dr. Sohim Matsura.
Okay. Can hear okay.
We can hear, yes. Okay. Good, perfect.
Right.
Nice camera, nice voice. Thank you. All right. I welcome Dr. Sohim Matsura, our JICA expert. Dr. Sohim Matsura, I just want to check your audio, your video.
Oh, a video.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah. We are taking. Good. Well, lovely photos, Dr. Matsura.
My last meeting.
Yeah. Hi. Yeah, I'm now can see Dr. Samuel.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot. We are about to start in 4 minutes. Just a quick note. Well, we will have a series of welcoming remarks, introductory remarks, of course, to start with Professor Ali Slaman. And then I will quickly set the scene of the session. And before we move to the first presenter, we would like to take a group photos. Yeah. So I hope that you can ready at the first part before we invite Dr. Sandro to deliver his first speech. Yeah. So that's pretty much the setting. And while waiting your slots, we have the chat box in the Zoom. We have hundreds, in fact, almost 150 participants registered through Zooms. And I think many more will join through Facebook. I think if you have your Facebook, or you can go to our Facebook to see the chat box. There are many questions today. And if the questions is related to your talk, you can quickly reply, yeah? Because we have rather short time today to well, at least respond every single message on the Facebook and also on the Zooms. So it's kind of well, there is a flexibility for the speaker to directly communicate with the participants either in Zoom and the Facebook, yeah. And of course, we have about 20 minutes Q&A session. But I do believe, well, based on your slides presentation, I really hope that you can finish within 20 minutes. I really apologize. Well, if I may disturb your presentation, yeah, I will send kind of a friendly reminder. It is beyond than 20 minutes, if you don't mind. All right. Thank you once again, Dr. Samuel, Dr. Soimat Surah, our JICA expert. We will start in 2 minutes. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Working system maintains module, web module, and budget module, map module. This map showing the locations of land sites, open, displaying, event trial, so that we have.
Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, konnichiwa and assalamualaikum. Good morning to everyone, depending on where you are joining us from. Thank you for joining us on today's webinar, Sendai 2023, the PPC webinar series on sediment-related disaster risk reduction from mapping and modeling to early warning and mitigation. This webinar is organized by Disaster Preparedness and Prevention Center, Malaysia Japan International Institute of Technology, University Technology Malaysia Kuala Lumpur, together with National Disaster Management Agency Malaysia and Society for Engineering Geology and Rock Mechanics Malaysia. This webinar will begin shortly, so kindly stay seated and stay present. Before we kickstart, I would like to cover a few housekeeping topics. Today's webinar is being recorded. We will be able to share a link with you after the event is complete. We welcome you to revisit the content yourself and share it with your colleagues. We also invite your comments and questions. For all participants who are joining us today via Zoom platforms, please look at the Q&A chat box on your screen. If you think of a question for the speakers at any point, just type it in there and we will pose it to our speakers during the discussion portion at the end of the event. For our Facebook and YouTube audience, you may leave your question for the speakers in the comment section and we will pose it to our speakers for the discussion portion. Ladies and gentlemen, you will receive a survey on today's webinar and we will appreciate if you would complete that and provide your feedback. For our Zoom participants, you may find the Google form link in the chat box. And for our audience joining through Facebook and YouTube, you may find the attached link in the pinned comment. You will also receive a follow-up email within 24 to 48 hours with a link to view a recording of today's webinar. On behalf of Disaster Preparedness and Prevention Center and our presenters, thank you for joining us today. We hope you will enjoy this session and find it useful.
Yes, thank you very much, Izzati, for your remarks. I think we can start now. Assalamualaikum and very good morning, everyone. Yes, welcome to Sendai 2030, the PPC webinar series on sediment-related disaster risk reduction from mapping, modeling to early warning and mitigation in commemorating the 1996 post-Dipang tragedy. It is brought to you by Disaster Preparedness and Prevention Center of Malaysia Japan International Institute of Technology, UTM, together with our joint organizer, Society for Engineering Geology and Rock Mechanics Malaysia, SEGRM, and also National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA Malaysia Prime Minister Department. So on behalf of the organizer, it's a great pleasure to welcome all the speakers, international speakers, our technical agencies who are coming today, and to all participants who are joining through Zooms. Thank you once again for your time. And also those who are joining our session, our webinar today through Facebook. Thank you once again. Please do share our link, our event today to all your friends, your colleagues, or those who are interested to know more about sediment-related disaster from various perspectives, yeah, from mapping, modeling, even including the aspect of early warning and mitigation. Let me start by greatly thanks and send our deepest appreciations to our distinguished guest, Professor T.S. Dr. Ali Slamat, Dean of Malaysia Japan International Institute of Technology, University Technology Malaysia. Thank you, Prof, for joining us today. And also we would like to thanks also to Yang Bahagia Datuk Dr. Aminuddin Hasim, Director General of National Disaster Management Agency NADMA, Prime Minister Departments. Thank you, Bahagia Datuk. And also Associate Professor Dr. Sohi Matsura, a JICA expert attached to MJIT. Thank you, Dr. Sohi Matsura from Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA. And also Mr. Rashid Jaafar, Vice President, Society for Engineering Geology and Rock Mechanics Malaysia, SGRM, who's also a President of Institute of Geology Malaysia. Thank you, Mr. Rashid, for joining us today. And also on behalf of organizer, I would like to welcome all the speakers. I think without you, I think this event may not be possible. Let me welcome Dr. Senro Kuraka from Nippon Koi. Thank you, Dr. Senro Kuraka from Japan. And we also would like to welcome Dr. Wen Chi Lai on behalf of Professor Sheikh today. He's a Deputy Director of Disaster Prevention Research Center, National Cheng Kung University, NCKU, Taiwan. Thank you, Dr. Lai, for joining us today. And also, I would like to welcome Dr. Hyo Xuan Samuel Yin. Dr. Samuel, thank you for joining us. Dr. Samuel is currently a Director of International Cooperation Team, Soil and Water Conservation Bureau, Council of Agriculture, Taiwan. Thank you, Dr. Senro, Dr. Lai, and Dr. Samuel. We also have like a prominent speaker from Malaysia. I think this is also a great time to exchange our views. I would like to welcome Dr. Frederick Francis Starting, Deputy Director of Department of Mineral and Geoscience Malaysia, Sabah. Thank you, Dr.